All right, so welcome to part 2. Last video we went into how to lose weight, right? There's 2 ways to lose weight: move more or reduce your calories. Do not do both. Do not do both. So let's go ahead and mark this as part 2, and we're gonna get in part 2. All right, so part 2. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another video, informative video, in order for you to understand a little bit something of nutrition, what requires for you to lose weight or build muscle, right? The nutrition is going to play a big part, not only for weight loss or muscle building, but also to recover, repair, replenish, heal, and all that. All right, so last video we talked about discipline, right? Discipline. I mentioned that it's not that it's complicated. It's not that it's a lot of information. Everybody should know this by now. Move more or reduce your calories. That'll help you lose weight. There's a thing called intermittent fasting, right? Intermittent fasting, IF. Is this a great tool to lose weight? Do you lose weight just because you're doing intermittent fasting? No. No, not just because you do intermittent fasting, you're going to lose weight. Because you can still consume way too many calories in your eating window. All right, and when I talk about eating window, we're talking about the 16-8. 16-8 is the standard on fasting, right? You're going to be fasting for 16 hours. And you're going to be having your food in those 8 hours. So the standard one is, let's say, from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. is your standard intermittent fasting 16-8 protocol. All right. So in those 8 hours, let's say you started eating at 12 p.m. Your last meal should be around 8 p.m. Right? Hopefully you're not going to sleep at 8:30 p.m. because that's too close to bedtime. Consuming food, eating before bedtime, eating too close to bedtime, right? You don't want to do that. All right, so in order to now do the whole move more or reduce calories, discipline. In order to do intermittent fasting, also discipline, but it becomes a lifestyle, right? As soon as you start practicing intermittent fasting using discipline, you're going to end up just building a lifestyle. You don't really have to even try. You're just so used to it that you even feel out of place if you end up eating too early, right? As for me, my first meal is at 2 p.m. And then my last meal is around 7 p.m. All right. So I'm practicing the 20, let me see, 2, 5, so 19. So I'm doing the 19, 5. So I'm doing the 19-5 protocol. Why? Manny, why are you fasting for so long? What's your problem? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. It's not that I want to do 19. I'll settle with 16. My schedule just fits perfect with 19-5. I take care of a lot of stuff here in the training facility. I do boot camp, I do personal training, and I do online coaching. On top of that, I'm taking care of my members when it comes down to personal training consultations. It's body measurements, right? Getting your body measurements, setting some realistic goals, right? Understanding our body fat percentage, our overall weight, our muscle weight, all that, right? Very important to understand your body composition, because a lot of times we're suffering from some kind of lack of energy, lack of strength. And you're like, man, I'm like working out like crazy, and I don't feel stronger. I'm not losing weight. What is happening? Check your body fat percentage. Check your weight. Check your water retention, right? When we do our body measurements here, we check our body fat percentage and our overall weight. That'll give us our body mass, our muscle mass, right? Our weight. So 19.5 for me, 16.8 is the standard. right? Whatever works. Like I said in the beginning, do you have to do intermittent fasting to lose weight? Is intermittent fasting helping lose weight? Yeah, it does help, but just because you're doing intermittent fasting, you're gonna lose weight. It doesn't work like that. All right, but it does help. How? It helps by you preventing from you snacking throughout the day. A lot of people snack throughout the day. As soon as you break your fast, notice it's called break fast. You're breaking your fast, right? Because once you have your last meal, let's say, it doesn't matter what time you have your meal. Let's say you have it at, I don't know, 9 p.m. You go to sleep at 10 p.m. or something like that. So now you're fasting from 9 p.m. all the way to whenever you have your first meal the next day. Even if you eat breakfast, right? Breaking your fast. You can break your fast at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. or something like that. You fasted overnight, right? So as for me, from 7 p.m. all the way to 2 p.m. is 19 hours. Right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Yep. So that's a long time fasting. Now let me cover this. Intermittent fasting does give you a lot of benefits, right? It's not only for weight loss. It does help you with a lot of other things like preventing cancers and preventing overuse of your digesting system. It gives your digestive system a break to completely digest the entirety of your food. A lot of times there's some food that always stays behind and your body's trying to catch up to, especially solid foods. It takes a longer time for you to digest that, and when you start eating again, then your body continually works on whatever's new, especially carbohydrates. They're easily digestible, so kind of that's why. All right, so break, fast, intermittent fasting. All right, and then we have move more or reduce your calories. If you weigh around 200 pounds, your calorie deficit should be around 300 to 500 calories. Right? So around 2,000 calories a day, give or take, right? You want to consume around 1,800 calories a day. All right? Give or take. We've done a video on intermittent fasting. We've done a video on daily calorie intake, getting on a deficit, reducing your calories gradually, so on and so on. So let me know if you guys want to see a video of that. But other than that, we're going to finish this thing off, okay? We're going to continually go from one thing to the other, but this is going to be the main thing. Move more or reduce your calories for weight loss. I'm going to help you out, okay? When you do intermittent, I talk about intermittent fasting a lot because it's an 8-hour window, right? Eight-hour window to consume all your calories. All right, so 16 hours fasting. Why is this helpful? Because you're not snacking. You're not going to be snacking all the way till you have your first meal, right? Like I said, if you want to fast, this is the norm is 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. And of course, it's going to vary depending on your work schedule, your total schedule for the day, right? But usually, you're not going to snack when you wake up. Let's say you wake up at 6 a.m. You're going to fast 6 hours. You're still fasting, right? Your metabolism is still working. Your metabolism is continually digesting, right? No matter what. Even if you've had a cup of coffee, because you can have three things: black coffee, green tea, and water. You can have those during your fasting time. Black coffee, green tea, and water. 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. No snacking around. No messing around. No snacking. And when you break your fast, now the body's gonna open up the floodwaters of your cravings. All right, you're gonna be hungry more. In the beginning, when you start doing intermittent fasting, you will be semi-hungry because your body's so used to consuming some calories or some food at a certain time. It's so used to it. So yeah, in the beginning, it might be a little bit hard because of that. But after that, the body does not ask for it. It already knows. Like, as for me, the only time I would, if I feel hungry in the first hours, is because maybe I worked out. If I work out early and now my metabolism is going, then my body's gonna fiend calories, right? Because it wants to recover, repair, and all that. So that's the only time. But when I work out, I usually work out at 12 p.m. When I work out at 12 p.m., I work out from 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. and that's it. I'm done. I go and hygiene and all that, and then I have my first meal. But man, it feels good. I feel I can do more during the time that I'm fasting, right? So, but there you have it. 16 hours fasting, no snacking. That's why it's gonna help you consume the right amount of calories during your 8-hour window right here. Right? Now you have from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. to consume, like, let's say your 1,800 calories, right? 1,800 calories. So intermittent fasting, IF. Very good tool. Okay, so last video we talked about to move more or reduce your calories to lose weight. Now we're gonna add intermittent fasting to that, right? To the eating a little bit less calories, or even the calories that you're allotted, because once you work out, you're gonna want to eat more too because you're burning more calories and stuff like that. But there you have it. 16-hour fasting, 8-hour window to consume all your calories. From 6 a.m., let's say you wake up at 6 a.m. and all the way to 12 p.m., you're not snacking around. You're only having black coffee, green tea, or water. Then you start consuming your food from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. At 8 p.m., you're done. There you go. You're fasting from 8 p.m. all the way to 12 p.m. the next day. And that'll make sure you elevate your metabolism and all that good stuff. But there you have it. We're going to be talking about certain tools like this. We're going to be talking about water intake. That's another one. A lot of people are now consuming the right amount of water. A lot of people would just say, like, oh, I drink a lot of water throughout the day. It's also bad to drink a lot of water to drink too much water, right? So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to keep going. We're going to make videos like this. If you want to request a video on something in regards to fitness, muscle building, weight loss, overall better health and performance, nutrition, calories, macros, micros, all that, let me know in the comment section. Other than that, you guys take care, be safe, stay motivated.